We've established this before, but I know more about arc welding than anime. And since I have no idea what arc welding even is, that should give you a pretty good idea of how much I know about Yu-Gi-Oh! But if you're like me and you're not that familiar with anime, Yu-Gi-Oh! The Duelists of the Roses is at least easy to describe. It's kinda like a mixture of Pokemon and Magic the Gathering. All kinds of spiky-haired anime kids compete against one another in card-based battles that summon ancient monsters, or something. And it's up to you, a legendary duelist from the future, to choose a side and, play cards. So actually, I guess it's like Pokemon mixed with Magic the Gathering, mixed with Back to the Future. Apart from that, here's the other good thing about the Duelists of the Roses. If you're a fan of Yu-Gi-Oh! And you're familiar with card-based battle games, you'll love how this one throws you into things without much guidance. It's a devilishly challenging card game specifically for fans of Yu-Gi-Oh! And the genre at large. It makes no effort to water things down or accommodate newcomers, and its target audience should definitely appreciate that. I, however, do not. I lost a lot during my time with the Duelists of the Roses, but that's not important. I'm an undeniable and reliable noob at this stuff, but I'd be willing to bet the game's unwelcoming nature is a problem for veterans too. Before the game begins, you have to choose a deck of cards to play with. There are 3 available at the onset, but the problem is that they're woefully underpowered. In fact, without sheer luck, it's almost impossible to beat even your earliest opponents. You see, the outcome of the battles is purely mathematical. Whichever card has better statistics automatically wins, and having such a weak deck right from the start makes the Duelists of the Roses immediately frustrating. Now, here's the thing, you can improve your deck in the game's custom duel mode, but the game doesn't tell you that. It's almost like it's just assumed that you'll get frustrated from getting dominated in the game's main mode, and you'll explore some of its other modes as a result, hence the extremely unwelcoming feel for newcomers. Basically, this is the kind of game you either know how to play or you don't, and the Duelists of the Roses doesn't worry about explaining itself to those of us who are the latter. Of course, if you can figure out how to improve your deck and get into the meat of the game, there are some things to like about the Duelists of the Roses. The strategy required to beat these daunting AI opponents should be more than enough to keep avid card battlers busy. The controls are easy to learn, and there's support for 2 players. Advil, however, is not included, and most people will probably need it. As a hardcore game of card-based strategy, this 2003 release stands as a decent option for anime fans. For everyone else though, Yu-Gi-Oh! The Duelists of the Roses is way too esoteric to bother with. So pick a card, any card, other than this one.